Hi everyone, it's Amber from The Sensible Mama, and today I'm back with my friend Sarah to do a first look for you at the Super Toki and Sweet Victory prints from Jujube and Tokidoki.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be back with y'all.
So you may remember Sarah from the last release, which was Unikiki 2.0, and I asked her to come back with me to do this again for the newest release because it's exciting and we want to show you guys all the different bags that are coming out in these two prints.
We are both boy moms and it was great to see an awesome print that could be very boyish, but we were even able to find a couple of spots that made it pretty girly.
So before we get started, I want to remind everyone that The Sensible Mama is an online baby boutique that does sell Jujube, and we are going to be participating in the release that's happening on February the 15th, and that happens at 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you live on the East Coast like we do, that's going to be 3 a.m. on the 15th.
That is early, yes, but it is very worth it.
Yes. And if you happen to be someone who has a little bit like of a hard time mentally getting your head around which day that is, that's going to be the end of the 14th. So like you go to bed on the 14th and you get up at midnight or 3 a.m. at the end of that night, not at the end of the 15th.
Celebrate your Valentine's, enjoy it, go to bed, set your alarm, get up.
That's right. All right, so we have a lot of bag types to go over today, so I think we should just go ahead and get started. All right, so we're not going to waste any time getting to the bag that everybody wants to see, which of course is the Mini B. The one that Sarah is holding is in the Super Toki print, and the one I'm holding is in Sweet Victory. Can we see what the inside of that one looks like, of the Mini B?
Oh, look at that, ladies.
That looks so cool.
How awesome is that with the black zipper? I love the black.
Yeah. The black hardware is just working on all of that. Now, the Sweet Victory print was one that I wasn't really sure how I was going to feel about until I saw it in person and until I saw it on the Mini B. And I'm going to just tell you, this is to die for on this bag. Isn't it so cute?
I absolutely love it. I think it's a great bag for the beginning of baseball season. Amber was saying that it reminds me of her of baseball when we were talking earlier. And I absolutely love it because it is the beginning of baseball and softball season. So it'd be a great one to bring to the field.
Yeah, let's look at the inside of this one too, just so we can see what that print looks like. So just in case you haven't seen some of the first looks from Jujube proper, one thing you should know is that the Super Toki print does have the dual print, and the Sweet Victory does not. So Sweet Victory is just a nice, almost like an orangey red lining.
Yeah, it's a good solid red that someone compared it to tomato red, and I think it is pretty close to tomato red.
Yeah, so it's a little different. If you're comparing this to like Sweet Scarlet or Black Widow, this is a little bit of a more orangey kind of red, but I like it. I think it's super cute. All right, so here we have the B lights. This time she's got Sweet Victory, I've got Super Toki. Why don't you open that B light up and let's see what the lining is like on the inside.
So here we go. It is the tomato red, which is really pretty. I love it. It's a great color. It's not dark at all, so you won't ever lose stuff in the bottom.
Here's the B light in the Super Toki print, and just while I have a nice big bag like this, I just want to talk about the colors in this print. Isn't this amazing?
I love the vibrant colors of it. It brings together the girlier print brightness, but that boyish dark colors too.
Yeah, that's what Sarah and I were talking about that before we started filming. It's like, you know, even though I'm a boy mom, I want a bag that still has a girly feel. Like, I don't think I'll ever buy a totally boyish looking diaper bag because I'm a girl. I like pink. So I think that even people who either don't have boys, have only girls, or people who have boys but still want a girly look, I think that they're going to really like this bag because there's still enough kind of girly colors in here to make it look like a girl's bag as well.
Well, and I love because so many people think that Maz is actually a boy and she's a girl. So they put her behind or in front of a backdrop that's pink, and it kind of pushes it out. And I love the little American flag it has in the corner.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Look at how cute.
I looked at that.
I gotta point out this, you asked me what my perfect print placement is. It's this. I was an Olympic weightlifter, and so seeing this guy, it's almost like he snatched that truck, so that's totally my favorite.
I love it. And Max is on there, so he's adorable.
Yes. All right, so let's see what the lining is like in here. You said that there was some confusion?
There was confusion with this, with Super Toki's lining, because when they showed the first preview of it, it was the prototype that had this inside lining in it. So let's see if that's what we're finding.
Oh, it is the double print. This is the Sweet Victory inside of here, so that's awesome.
Beautiful.
Now, you said there was a reason why you thought Jujube might not do the double lining, and can you talk about that?
So my first initial thought was maybe they were just going to put the red lining in them so it would not be reversible, and then you would need to have both bags because they're both adorable. But I think it would be an awesome way to reverse it and bring it back up, so then you have 2 in 1. And then you also get the contrasting because the straps will be in the Super Toki where the bag will be in the Sweet Victory.
Oh yeah. So okay, that's interesting.
I think I'd still buy both.
Yeah, I would still keep both.
I would buy both because I like the front pockets on them. They're great for water bottles, and I just think it looks like a bag inside out.
It does. And the problem is your zipper won't work
The
either.
zipper won't work, the outside zipper, and then someone also mentioned the washing instructions tag on the outside.
And since these are collectibles, you do kind of devalue your bag if you take that off. So it is kind of cool that you end up with a little exterior zipper.
Yeah.
But
I just buy those bags.
Yeah.
Something I noticed when Amber was looking at the Super Toki is this black star. They put it at black hardware. It has a little diamond on it, and it has the little skeleton guy on it.
Oh, I hadn't noticed that.
The Tokidoki symbol on it, which I really like. And they've done a really great job in protecting it like they did with the last one, so you won't get a scratched up star when you buy it.
All right, so maybe we should look at a duffel style bag this time.
I think so.
All right, guys, so what I have here is the Superstar. This is identical to the Starlet, except it's just a little bit bigger. I always get Starlets at each release, but I think I decided this time I'm gonna go with the Superstar just because this print is so awesome.
I love it.
So Superstar and Starlet, which are both duffel bags, they don't come with a change pad. They don't have any internal structure, but
that is awesome.
Both of them do have the gorgeous Sweet Victory internal lining. And when I opened this up just now, I hadn't even noticed before this little skeleton fish, and I think that is so cute.
It's adorable, and he has just a little bit more. Oh. Yeah. No, I love him. And actually, I'm not a big fan of the star faces. I really like it in this print. I think they've done a great job in making her, she has eyelashes, her cute and very patriotic almost.
Yeah, and I just love all the wham, boom, pow. It's just like so comic book. It's precious. Now, one thing that I decided to do is whenever I buy a Starlet or a Superstar, I usually buy a sold separately messenger strap to go with it. But I noticed that last time I got a Starlet and a messenger strap was Kaiju City, and I got the matching messenger strap. But sometimes I feel like the matching messenger strap with the big duffel bag is a lot of print. And so I decided to try out my Be Sporty messenger strap with the Superstar as the Superstar's messenger strap, and I have it attached here, and I just want to show you how absolutely adorable this is. The black, this is like a seatbelt strap that comes with the Be Sporty, and I just love how the Superstar has the black hardware, the black zipper, and then when you put the Be Sporty messenger strap on here with the little pop of print here on the shoulder pad, it just looks so awesome. And I think maybe hard for me to show you, but I'm going to stand up on my chair a little bit and model it for you. But doesn't that look cool?
It absolutely looks stunning. I love it, and it just, right when she was talking about that, it made me think you can maybe use one of the removable backpack straps to Hobo be your Super Bee, and to shorten up the strap and use that as an accent piece for that.
Yeah, that's a great idea. The only thing that I would tell people about if they're going to do this is that unlike the sold separately messenger strap, the strap on the Be Sporty does not extend on both sides. It only does it on one side. So if you are on the short side like me, like I've got this as short as it'll go, and it still hangs down kind of low on me. It's not bad.
I don't think it's bad at all. I think it looks great. I think it hits your hip perfectly, and and with it being full, it'll fill out more too.
Yeah, that's true. But just something to think about, because I do think the sold separately messenger strap is a little bit, you have more range with it. All right, so let's take a minute to talk about the wallets in this release. So Sarah, you've got the Sweet Victory print, I've got Super Toki. What do you think about these?
I really like them. A couple things I noticed. I really like the Sweet Victory print, but in a wallet, I tend to throw it on the counter, I throw it in my bag. I'd kind of be a little concerned about it being dirty, getting dirty with it being white. But at the same time, they're washable, and people have talked about how they wash their wallets. So I think it's something that could be easily removed. I also noticed, if you guys remember, in the Kaiju City release, they had an indent that would happen, and there's no more indent in either of them.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's awesome. Because my Kaiju City dent did eventually come out, but it took a long time, and I was so frustrated. I know, I was always like jamming things from the other side. I was like, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. So let's see the inside of those two. I haven't opened these up yet, so I don't even know.
So here is the red.
Oh, I love that.
Tomato red. It looks beautiful inside. I really like the way that looks. It's clean. It looks awesome against the black.
Yeah, that pop of black on that zipper looks so cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a Be Spendy person for a long time, and I think now I'm a Be Rich girl. The last wallet I got was a Be Rich, and I'm kind of loving them now.
Oh, this is just patterned. So the entire thing is completely patterned. I was actually thinking it was gonna be red, which in the flap it's red, and this flap is red, and all of the little card holders are red.
So what are your thoughts compared to Kaiju? Everyone I think thought that the Kaiju City Be Rich was too busy. And I think that with Unikiki, people kind of felt like, no, this one's not too busy because the print is really big. What do you think about that?
On the Sweet Victory, I really like it actually. I think it looks great. I don't think it's too busy. A lot of people think this is a really busy print. I actually think that the Super Toki is busier. So if I was to get a wallet, I would get it in the Sweet Victory because I really like it.
I think I agree with you. And because the other thing is, as I look at these two wallets, I think the only criticism that I would, and I won't even call it a criticism, just more of a thing to note, is that in the smaller accessory items, like the wallets, and especially the Be Charged, if you get a particular kind of print placement, these items can look just like Kaiju City. I mean, and even from a distance, like
the double blue dragon.
Yeah, from a distance, I would have a hard time telling this apart from my Kaiju City Be Spendy. Now, of course, the Kaiju City Be Spendy does have the aqua zipper, whereas this has the black. So it is distinguishable. But the monster guy here, like,
yeah, the double-headed dragon guy.
Yeah, like I have a Be Charged in stock that just has this very prominently on the front of it, and it looks like it's from Kaiju City. So that's my only kind of disappointment about this print in the wallets, is that it's not as unique looking. Whereas this is such a big departure from anything we've seen recently from Jujube. This one is a little on the same side. Okay, so here is. Can we talk about that print placement?
He's adorable.
Oh my gosh, I hadn't even opened this before we got here, but that is amazing.
And look, Moz is peeking out right there, and he's great. Oh, that's a great one. You have the Hello My Name Is, and you can put your ID card right there.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, now that I like actually see this one, I think that this actually looks pretty cool in the Be Rich, even in this busy print, but I do think it's going to matter what your print placement is.
Yeah.
This with the perfectly centered bear here and the boom right in the crease, I mean, that's just like perfect print placement. So I'm kind of liking that. All right, so I just want to real quick show what the inside of the,
oh, I love it.
Did you see that? Oh my gosh, look at that. That is so, did you know?
I did not. I was assuming it was going to be red because it's such a compact thing, and it looks beautiful.
Dang it!
The accordion. Look at the accordion sides.
Oh my gosh. This makes me unhappy, and I want to tell you why. Because this is my Be Sporty. This is the one that's going to be mine. And what I have in here, I made the decision today. What do I want as my wallet for this bag? Do I want this print, or do I want a Black Magic? And I went with Black Magic, and I like it. I showed a picture on our Instagram feed earlier today, and I mean, like,
it is together.
Black Magic goes with everything. But I am just a little teensy bit brokenhearted over seeing this, because this is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
I love it. It's beautiful.
I might end up having to, maybe I might end up getting one of these too.
Valentine's Day is next week.
That's right. Hubby, gonna need to hook it up. All right, so, you know what? Last time I did not carry the Be Classy. I do have it this time, so maybe let's show the Be Classy and the Hobo Bee.
Perfect.
All right, so here we have the Hobo Bee and the Be Classy in the Super Toki print. In case you didn't know, not all of the bags came in the Sweet Victory print, so it was mostly just the accessories. So the Hobo Bee and the Be Classy we will not be having in Sweet Victory, which is kind of a disappointment because I think both of these bags would look cute in that print, but it is very cool to see the Super Toki in both of these prints for sure.
I really like it, and Unlike Unikiki, that was such a large print, I thought the Hobo bee was going to be very hard. And as we saw people posting it, it was really hard to get a good placement of it. I think the Hobo bee in this one is awesome.
Look at your moss on the side there. That is amazing.
I think it's really cute. I think it's a beautiful bag for the Hobo bee. I'm a big fan of the Hobo bee also.
Yeah, you use the Hobo bee a lot, right?
I do. I use it when I have one child with me instead of the 5, but it's great for just a good grabbing bag. I could see this being a great mommy bag. Say you have a 3-year-old and he has the mini bee or she has the mini bee, and then you have the matching little Hobo bee with it.
Yeah, that would be super cute. So I don't have a lot of experience with the Be Classy, but I will say that as far as prints go, this print looks pretty cool on the Be Classy.
I really like it, and I really actually like the straps. I am not a big fan of the round straps, but I think it looks awesome in this Super Toki.
I agree. You've got this nice big mommy pocket on the front to show off a lot of this gorgeous print. Let's see what the inside, because I really do, if there's one thing that I like about the Be Classy, is I love the big mommy pocket. And check that out. That's cool.
Beautiful.
That is really cool. It's got that.
The hardware.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it's like, I think this and the Be Prepared have probably the 2 best mommy pockets out of all of them. Just because you can, I mean, you could get a tablet in there.
And you wouldn't have to ever question which wallet to bring. Sometimes I feel the mommy pockets are a little tight, and you have to get your Be Charged or a smaller wallet to bring with you. And I feel like you can put that in with a bunch of other stuff and it doesn't cause any issues.
There's still so much room.
And Black Magic looks awesome.
Oh, it totally
Sweet Victory also.
Yeah, you just can't even, like I said, Black Magic goes with everything. Let me just, I know you can't really open up that Hobo bee because of the way that it's packaged. So I'll open this Classy up just so that people can see. Now, I think the Classy looks really awesome on the inside with the dual print. This is the first Jujube bag that has had the dual print, right?
I believe so. Other than the Black Magic that has the floral inside.
Yeah.
This is really a big extreme of 2 different prints.
Yeah. In case you were wondering, the messenger strap is in Super Toki, not Sweet Victory, which is pretty cool. All right, so in the interest of this video not taking forever, we're going to show you the fuel cells and the quicks together. I don't know if there's a lot to say about these 2 bag styles. They're super cute. You want to see what the insides of the fuel cells look like?
There you go.
Can we see the inside of
this is, I love this. I love how it looks on the inside of the smaller pieces a lot. It doesn't make it seem so in your face, but just really pretty. It does make me a little concerned, like, because you put maybe some messier stuff in and it being white. But like I said, with the wallet, they are washable.
All right, so here we have 2 of what are like my most favorite bags, the BRB and the BFF. Now, which of these 2 bags do you tend to use more, Sarah?
The BFF, which is kind of funny because I have 5 children and you would think I would need more space. I'm a pretty light packer even when I have all my kids, but I really like the BFF. I love the gusseted sides.
Yes.
And so I feel like sometimes this makes it where everything's gonna fall out. And half the time I'm a hot mess and everything does fall out, but at least that's kind of saving me.
Yeah, I like the gussets here too, but the thing is, like, I guess the BRB was my first Jujube bag, and I guess I've just gotten so used to only zipping halfway down. Oh, look at that interior. Oh, look at this.
So they've gone with the red.
Hold that up, let them see that.
So here's the mesh front, and it is the tomato red on it. So they have a little of everything going in.
This is like sexy looking to me, like with the red with the black over top of it. It looks really cool. I mean, that's not in the BFF because there's not the mesh lining. That looks awesome. That makes me sad that my Sporty doesn't have that because that is pretty cool.
Now it does though. It has the red in the mommy pocket.
Yeah, but it's the mesh. It's the mesh with the red and the black. It just can you guys see that? It just looks so cool.
So here's the mesh with the pattern. Here's the mesh with the tomato red.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love the BRB. Now, one thing that I was just looking at the straps of the BFF. Of course, I love the BFF straps. They're just so cute. But this was my first Be Sporty. I haven't gotten a Sporty in any of the other prints. And one thing that I noticed, and maybe you can tell me if this is standard, on the straps of the Be Sporty in this print, there's bling.
I believe my other ones haven't. I don't know if I've noticed it or not. I have noticed a lot more bling on these
Yeah.
than I've noticed before, but I don't know if that's because of the color change. With the black hardware, it pops.
Yeah.
Where it may be thin with the others.
That's the thing, it just pops. And so even like that black hardware with the bling on top of it, I want to show you guys how cool this looks. All right, so you can let me look. You can see the bling from over there. It just looks so cool. The only problem is when I get this actually adjusted to my fit, the bling goes in my armpit, which is kind of a bummer. But I've just been wearing it like higher than I usually like to show off the bling. But I am loving the Sporty in this print. I think it's super cute, even though it was hard to not buy my BRB, which is what I always get at every release.
And I've been trying to talk her into getting a Sporty every release, saying, are you going to try that Sporty? I'll get there. And here we are.
Here we are. All right, so just in case you're interested, here's the two straight up backpacks next to each other. Here's the back. If you're wondering, this is super comfortable, even though it doesn't look as comfortable as this. I don't know if I could wear this all day like at a theme park, because I did find it to be a little, just like a little rashy.
Yeah, you have to adjust it and move it. And
yeah, but for quick trips out, even for long, like all day trips, if you're not wearing this on your back all day, I think it's perfectly comfortable. All right, so here we have the two different types of sets that you can get from Jujube, the Be Set and the Be Organized.
I love them because they work in very different ways, but they're very compatible with each other. And I truly think for all the bags, they do great together, more than getting only these or only the Be Organized.
Can we see what the three different pieces look like in the Be Set?
So we have the Super Toki for the large piece, and it has the Sweet Victory on the inside. And then we have the Sweet Victory that is on the medium-sized piece with the tomato red inside. And then we have the small set piece in the Super Toki with Sweet Victory inside.
So here's the Be Organized. I think that, you remember the last time we did a first look at Unikiki, I had told you I'd never used a Be Organized before, and I wasn't really sure I was gonna like it, but I got one, and now it's like I use it all the time. I just absolutely love it. Here's the large piece here. So you have, three pieces, the one small piece that's great for like medical needs and things like that. The medium piece, you said this is what you use for diapering?
I keep diapers in it. I also can keep a pair of winter gloves and a hat for all 5 children in my medium piece.
That's amazing. What I do like about this, like you mentioned, is using like the large set piece and the large Be Organized piece together, because this doesn't look super busy.
Exactly.
You got the mostly black mesh and then just a little bit of print on the side, so.
And it slides great inside of bags.
Yeah.
Which way?
Yeah, that's one thing that I have noticed that I've liked most about the large Be Organized piece is that it lays flat perfectly in the bottom of every bag I have. The BRB, the BFF, and now the Be Sporty, and of course the Be Prepared because it's enormous, but like it fits perfectly down inside each one.
Mm-hmm. And it holds so much. I love that I can put a curling straightener iron into the large piece.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
I use it for when I'm packing, so it'd be great with the Starlet or Superstar.
All right, we're down to the last 3 things that we're going to show you today. These are some of the accessories that have, some of these are new and some of them are old. This is the Be Ready. If you have been thinking about buying one of these, now's the time to do it. This is a great little bag to use for makeup or planning needs, or, oh gosh, what else do you use this for?
I use it for my contact stuff, toothbrushes.
So let's see this itty bitty bee.
So here's the itty bitty bee. If you have a little girl who just loves to play with all of her little treasures that she finds, this might be really fun.
Look at that cute little change pad. That is so precious.
So there you go.
Super cute.
Oh, and that is a great placement on the little changing pad.
Now, I want to see this Be Neat. I've been very curious to see what the Be Neat is going to look like.
So here is the Be Neat. This is the back side of it.
Oh, it's cute.
And then here is the front. The star doesn't do much for me. I love when the star pops a little more.
Oh yeah, I will agree with you though that I wish that star popped a little bit more, because that's one thing that I love about the beanie is there's that really prominent star that kind of jumps out.
That signifies that it is Jujube.
Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do is just a really quick kind of rapid fire print comparison thing here. We've just grabbed a whole bunch of stuff that collectively we both had in our stashes, and we'll kind of show you how these different prints look with this print here. Alright, so here is Duchess,
Iconic,
Empress, Peekaboo,
Hello Sanria,
First Mate.
Black Diamond,
Oh, I like the way that one looks. Yeah. Herky Toki,
Kaiju City,
Queen of the Jungle.
Donatella Sweet Shop.
Alright guys, well like I said, don't forget to come shop with us at thesensiblemama.com. We're going to be consolidating orders, which means if you want to do multiple transactions so that you can make sure you score some of those items that go really fast, like the mini bee and the bee set and things like that, you can actually consolidate everything into one order, and we do free shipping on anything over $50. So you don't have to worry about paying multiple shipping fees if you do the multiple transaction thing. We also have FlexPay, which we're offering, which means that you can buy now, get it now, and pay later, which is a really great option. But I will caution you on one thing there. Filling out the FlexPay information takes a little bit of time. So if you're in a real hurry trying to score a mini bee, I would say that is not a good time to choose the FlexPay option. Wait to do that until you're buying some of the bigger, higher priced items that don't go away as fast, because you don't want to miss out on scoring that mini bee just because you were typing in the FlexPay information.
Exactly. I think it'll be a great release, and I hope you all enjoy the bags as much as we've enjoyed going through them.
Alright guys, so that was it, and we will see you next time.
See ya.